Hello everyone, and thanks for tuning in. I'm James Tetreault with your Southwest Ag Grain Market Update for May 24th, 2018. Well, here in Southern Ontario, we're able to string together 2 days without rain, and if we can get a few more days of dry weather, we could see planting begin down in Essex County and parts of Chatham-Kent. For the rest of the province, it's hit and miss as well, as some areas are almost completed, with other areas still trying to reach the halfway point. We are starting to have a few conversations with growers about switching some of their long day corn for some shorter day hybrids, but we haven't heard of too many growers switching corn acres to bean acres yet. Another frustrating issue about not being able to get the crop in the ground is growers not being able to take advantage of the recent price rallies. It's hard to sell a crop when you're not sure if you'll be able to get it out of the bag. But today, with corn, we sit above $5 delivered to the elevator, as these 18 corn futures hit a high today of $4.29, which also matches these 18 high, which was set on July 11th, 2017. So it'll be interesting to see if we have enough support to climb past that resistance. Wheat is also closing in on the $6.50 mark, and beans aren't too far from the $13. All those numbers are very respectable target numbers for most growers, and it has been a busy week creating pricing target plans and locking in some of these values with growers. So if you're one of the lucky ones to be wrapping up planting in the next couple of days, make sure you sit down with your grain advisor and discuss what your pricing targets will be for the following year. So the big reason for our recent rally in the grain market is thanks to the positive ongoing negotiations between China and the US. Over the long weekend, China said they would increase imports to avert a trade war. That being said, China will most likely import record volumes of US oil and is likely to purchase more US soys to ease the tensions. China is the world's top importer of both oil and soy, and more US shipments will help meet rising domestic consumption. Chinese refiners are also looking to reconfigure their plants so they could buy and process more US oil. The imports would also contribute to cutting China's trade surplus with the United States, as demanded by Donald Trump. Continuing on with China, grain stockpiler Sino Grain returned this week to the U.S. soybean market for the first time since early April. Sino Grain made inquiries about prices for U.S. soybeans, a sign that the government curbs on buying American goods has been lifted. U.S. Gulf export prices for new soybeans crop rose on Tuesday, which may indicate a revival in demand from China. Today, the USDA also announced its weekly export sales. They were showing strong corn business, but bearish bean and wheat numbers. Brazil's second corn crop also continues to be a developing story, as private firms in South America continue to slash its corn production forecasts, and that could bring more bulls to the market. That's all I got for you guys today. This has been your Southwest Ag Grain Market Update. Keep those planters rolling, be safe, and keep the swag in ag.